people say, oh, undocumented migrants cost like $3 billion a year of taxpayer funded like education and all this stuff. And you're like, hold on, undocumented migrants can't take advantage of any of those things. How are they doing that? And then you actually dive into the numbers and you realize, oh, they're looping people in who are American citizens into the numbers. Okay. So remember, if you hear like a massive number, look at the data. Okay. Look at the data. They're actually they're lumping in documented, natural born U.S. citizens in terms of, here it is. Yeah. The cost of illegal immigration to taxpayers. Immigration Integrity, Security, Enforcement Subcommittee of the House Judiciary, hearing entitled The Impact of Illegal Immigration and Social Services. Illegal immigrants are a net fiscal drain, meaning they receive more in government services than they pay in taxes. This is a result not due to laziness or fraud. Illegal immigrants actually have high rates of work. They do pay some taxes, including income and payroll taxes. The fundamental reason that illegal immigrants are a net drain is that they have a low average education level, which results in low average earnings and tax payments. It also means that a large share of the quality for welfare programs often receiving benefits on behalf of U.S.-born children. It's literally right there in the fucking summary. Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. What do you mean? Those are American citizens, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? It is objectively wrong to lump in. It is objectively wrong to lump in natural-born U.S. citizens into the drain that undocumented citizens are costing the United States of America. What the fuck are you talking about? That's not how that works. On a practical level, how would you propose to house undocumented migrants when we don't even have enough housing for citizens? We do have enough housing for citizens. You're delusional for thinking that we don't have enough housing for citizens. Mass construction is a slow process, even if there was the political will. Meanwhile, the number of homeless continue to skyrocket. If you think that homelessness is a crisis born out of undocumented migrants coming into the United States of America and not because housing is seen as an investment vehicle and many Americans that are homeowners want their fucking property price to go up because it's like their only fucking way of accumulating any kind of fucking wealth, then I got something funny to tell you. It's called public housing, okay? But yeah, you're saying that like we don't have enough houses. You're wrong. We do. We have more vacant properties than we have the total number of homeless in this country. That's number one. Number two, it is directly a consequence of keeping house prices high. Okay. There is no political will to actually fix the housing crisis in this country, but we need to build more. Dog, I just told you we already have existing units. We still do need to build more. You are right, especially in high density urban areas. Okay. But the problem is people don't want to do that, and people don't want to build the actual necessary type of housing. Okay. You forget that the NIMBY mentality causing affordable housing to be in places you don't want to live. No, it's fucking ridiculous. I don't care what NIMBYs believe. Even if you do the attempt initiative, NIMBYs make it impossible to do this building. You definitely see this in LA. There are 27.4 empty homes per homeless person right now in the United States of America. We should be building public housing that would single-handedly readjust the housing market. Okay? You see it all over the Central Coast to preserve the look of the city. Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. It doesn't matter. You can preserve the look of the city while simultaneously building higher density housing. Okay? But also, it's not even just higher density housing. Like all the Twitch streamers gentrified LA. Yeah, we gentrified LA. One of the fucking worst housing markets historically on the fucking planet. It was the Twitch streamers that did that. Take the horse blinders off for a brief moment and be for fucking real, dude. Anyway, undocumented migrants do not actually factor into the conversation about housing at all. It's ridiculous. What about the issue of people having mortgages? How to deal with the fact that a lot of people are hooked to their banks and it's a sudden drop in housing prices. People are literally bankrupt. Of course, people are wanting to profit and such, but it doesn't matter. But normal folk barely paying their mortgages will take the blow too, isn't it? I think that needs to be a readjustment that someone smarter than me will actually factor in. But overall, it's a fucking investment, dog. What are we talking about? People talk about their housing investment as both their shelter and also like the most significant piece of investment of all time. It's fucking ridiculous. this is what is really frustrating about homeowners in this goddamn country. If you want to treat your house as a piece of investment, as an asset, then sorry, sometimes you might take a fucking hit. But for far too goddamn long, we have decided, like, no, this will always go up. And now the inevitable consequences of this attitude, because there is a finite amount of fucking land and people are not making better use of said land, people go, whoa, 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 what about my investment? Sucks to suck, dude. What the fuck do you mean, what about my investment? Ultimately, that land is finite. So your housing prices will go up again, okay? Fear not. You just have to sit in the house for a little bit longer. A first house is a liability, a second home will be an asset? No. People still treat their first house as a fucking asset. That's the major problem here. Because people, even if they see their only home that they own as like shelter, in their minds they associate it with a second mortgage that they could potentially take out of it or have taken out of it. Okay? Property value dropping doesn't change their mortgage payment. The amount they have to pay is locked in. Yes. Well, that's not true, actually. They can restructure it, but that would be costly as well. Obviously, you can restructure your loan payments. This is the secret side of why we never get any sort of, you can restructure your loan or you can refinance it, but this is the secret side of the conversation as to why like we never actually move in the positive direction in terms of like housing prices. Everybody talks about their solution to it, but nobody wants to have that tough conversation. Homeowners fucking vote. Okay? If you own a home, you have assets, you're way, way more likely to fucking vote. Okay? Not so secret. No, it is because we never have the tough talk that, like, for example, in California, 44% of the California population owns their home. That means 44% of likely voters, like which with a much higher likelihood of voting, straight up think, oh, this always has to go up. They will never in a million years appreciate if what they have taken for granted for multiple decades, which is ridiculous, like the way that their housing prices have gone up, ever goes down. They would lose their fucking minds. Did we finish the Lex interview or not? No, we haven't, because he started lying about Venezuelans overtaking Aurora, Colorado. And it fucking annoys me to no end. But even before I could address that, there were chatters in here that were chirping about like how fixing the housing crisis is by purging the lands of the barbaric, brutal force of Latin American migrants. You know, as though that's gonna fucking work. It's an unimaginably costly endeavor that is insanely fucking cruel, would rip the economy to shreds, and it wouldn't even fix your fucking housing problem because it has nothing to do with undocumented migrants, dumbass. There is no lump sum of labor, okay? That's number one. And number two, more undocumented migrants becoming documented. What do you think they're going to fucking do? They're going to build new housing units.